The president getting ready to leave Kentucky after spending the day assessing the devastating damage left behind by those weekend tornadoes. NewsNation correspondent Rudabeh Shabazi has been in Mayfield all week long, joins us live now with the harrowing story of survival. And Rudabeh, you spoke with a woman who was thrown from her home, but she somehow survived by clinging to her bathtub.
It is an incredible story, Nichole, and this can give you an idea of the scope of that tornado. Imagine being stuck in that, just hiding in the bathtub, hoping to survive. But first, I want to talk about the president. He was here today. He surveyed this damage on the ground in Mayfield. He was here with officials from Homeland Security, the governor, and other local officials. The numbers today remain the same: 74 confirmed dead, 100 people still missing. And the president had a message of optimism. He was very impressed by the community. He said disasters like this can either tear a community apart or bring a community together. And he said he was very impressed and astonished by the community spirit here in Mayfield.
President Biden on the ground in Mayfield, touring the damage left behind by Friday's deadly tornado outbreak and pledging federal support.
As you fly over here, as I've done in the past, I've not seen this tornado this much damage from a tornado. You know, you think, but for the grace of God, why was I not 100 yards outside that line?
As the government tackles how best to aid the people who need it, Jasmine Parrott just thankful to be alive.
I don't even know how I made it out at all.
The 25-year-old was alone in her apartment when her family called and warned her to take cover. She got into the bathtub and waited.
The power went out and I heard a loud noise. And it sounded like a train. So then that's when I knew it was heading towards me.
And then she went airborne.
I was thinking I was gonna die.
She landed in a wooded area, rolling with her bathtub.
I didn't think I was gonna stop rolling because I just kept rolling down the hill, like wherever I was in the woods, like on the back or the woods, the field, whatever you wanna call it, like it wouldn't stop. So I was like, oh my gosh, when is this gonna end?
Shocked, terrified, and bloody, she tried to call for help, but her phone wasn't working. She looked up to see her building ripped to shreds and heard pleas for help from someone else, but didn't see a soul. Eventually, she found a neighbor who got her to the hospital and only then realized the severity of her injuries. Tonight, she has staples in her head, ankle, and hand, and that's not all.
It's gonna take some time, because I just keep thinking about it.
Jasmine's car is now in what used to be her kitchen. She's in pain and has nothing material to her name, but she has life and gratitude.
I don't have a home. I barely have clothes. I pretty much lost everything, which that doesn't really matter. I'm just thankful to be alive.
And Nichole, we hear about people seeking refuge in their bathtubs in tornado situations. So if you're not in that part of the country, you kind of wonder why. And I want to show you this wall. This is a home, and this is the exterior wall. So this is part of the reason why people are told to shelter in the bathtubs, because bathrooms are generally on the interior of a house. So they're not as vulnerable on the exterior there. There's also the shell of the bathtub itself. And actually, I was speaking to weather experts, and they said that the plumbing in the wall actually serves as a shield for flying debris. Not only that, but the walls have to be waterproof, which makes them thicker and therefore more protective. Nichole?
All right, so always good, if there's no other place to go to the bathtub. Rudabeh, that was such a well-told story. We just certainly hope the best for Jasmine. We're so glad that she survived, but I know you said more than 70 people dead, 100 missing. Are they still holding out hope that people may have survived?
Well, actually, Jasmine is a good example of this. Her father was one of the people who was missing and presumed dead, because officials have said at this point, sadly, that they do presume the missing to be dead. Her father was missing, but it was just because they couldn't get a hold of him. The cell phone didn't work, and he wasn't reachable, but he is okay. So they're holding out hope for stories like that maybe people left town and just don't have a phone or a way to be reached.
Always holding out hope. Rudabeh, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.